Good morning. My name is Jamie Nelson, and I am here today to get baptized with all of you, which I'm super excited for. I have been a Christian for 35 years, since I was 7 years old, and I grew up in a Christian household my whole life. And in saying that, I had a good chunk of about 25 years in and amongst my 42 where I started to fall back from God and I started to drift further away from Him, and I became very complacent in my faith, and I started relying on God in only the moments that I wanted something or needed something. And naturally, my life started to fall apart, and it was a long journey of struggles. I was trying to redirect my own path. I was focusing on how I was being perceived. I was focusing on proving who I was to people, but I wasn't focusing on being the me that God intended me to be. And I wasn't focusing on leaning on Him every day that I was awake and alive and doing what I was trying to do. So I started to rely heavily on things of the world to get me through. Addictions, anything really that would, that is not the way to get through life without involving God. And it was bringing me deeper and deeper into a place where I just didn't want to be. I knew I had this relationship with Him, but I knew that it was falling apart on my end, but I knew that He hadn't left my side. So in July 14th, last year, God reached out to me, and it was very unexpected. I had been praying a long time for Him to change who I was. I didn't understand what that entailed. I felt that maybe could be an overnight thing. I didn't know what that would look like. I just knew I needed some change. I was struggling within my marriage. I was struggling within my work. I was struggling within my own personal thoughts in my own head. And every day was a battle. And God reached out to me on that night. And He made it very, very clear to me that it was time to stop fighting. There was no negotiating it. There was no alternatives. That it was time. So I decided then that I was going to do away with all the things that were harming me that I was relying on to get through my day. I decided right then and there that I was going to put God first, that I was going to wake up every single morning for the rest of my life being grateful to the Lord and studying His Word and getting clarity from Him daily to move on with the rest of my life. In the beginning of that journey of mine, it was very difficult and lonely. I had highs and lows. I experienced moments where I knew this was the feeling I wanted forever, but clearly that doesn't stay forever, and we have these down moments as well, and those are the ones that I struggled to get through, but I did it. I got into a place where I felt I was in a season of setbacks and silence. And I asked God to provide me, with some soldiers in His army to help lift me up and help carry me through this. And He did, specifically my life group. And He brought the right people to me at the right time that helped me through this journey and have been there for a very, very long time and helped me through to where I am today. Now, in saying that, my hope and goal is I want to show the world and the Lord how committed I am at this point, because He's completely changed my life for the better, and it's just been unexplainable how it's impacted me in such a positive way. I've legitimately had probably one of the most hardest years of my life this past year, and yet through God's grace and my sobriety that He gives me every single morning, it has been one of the least challenging years to get through because of that. I have tremendous support from my husband and my children and those very close to me in maintaining who I am and being true to myself and the Lord daily. So I'm very excited today because my eyes have been opened and every day is exciting now. My challenges seem like molehills and not mountains anymore. And when I feel like I'm in a season of silence, I know the Lord is there hearing me, and I know He's with me, and I know He has a ton of faith in me. So that's what keeps me going daily. So I'm just very excited to be here and confirm this with everybody here. And thank you to so many of you that have been there throughout my side to get me to this point as to where I am today.